Hello everybody. Wondering what this pile of junk is over here? Well, I decided to do a EDC video. I've seen a couple other people do EDC videos like this, and I thought that I might as well chime in with mine, because it's taken a number of years to figure out what exactly the best EDC is. And also, if you don't know, EDC stands for everyday carry. What do you carry with you every single day, no matter what, no matter where you go, no matter what you do? Oh, forgot this. So I got into carrying stuff on a belt when I started wearing a belt. This belt's been with me a long time. I got this when I was about 14 or 15, and I've definitely beaten it up. I wore through the pivot point here, so I had to cut it off and fold this around and re-rivet it. But anyway, that's beside the point. I've carried a bunch of different things, different knives, different tools over the years, different brands and makes and models and everything, and I've pared it down to this, and it works pretty well. I never really want for anything. So I'll go through it. Obviously you need a good sturdy belt. This is a nice leather belt. I think it's like a Ralph Lauren or something. It's really nothing fancy. No, it's a Fossil. Anyway, the obvious stuff. Also, I didn't put my wallet here. I think that goes without saying. And also, I don't think this goes without saying, as a cell phone. I have my Benchmade knife. I don't use this every day, but it definitely does come in handy when I need it. It's always so, to me, I don't really want to sound like I'm passing judgment or anything, but to me, I feel kind of, I don't know what, sad or ashamed or disappointed or something when I see a full-grown man trying to open a package with his fingernails or with a pen or his teeth. It's like, you should be able to open a package. Period. Or whatever else you might need to cut. So I always carry a knife with me, unless I can't, if I'm going to an airport, going anywhere near New York City. You know, logic prevails, but pretty much 99% of the time I'm carrying this Benchmade knife. I have another video on Benchmade knives. If you're interested, check it out. This is a 732 Aries. I've had it for almost 10 years. I've definitely worn it down from sharpening, but it's a nice knife. It's a little bit, I need to oil it, doesn't open that well anymore. But anyway, there's not much to say about it. It's a nice knife. A pen, plain old pen, nothing fancy, no aerospace, right upside down, underwater sort of pen. This is a Uniball Onyx. I used to carry a pad of paper around with me as well, but then I stopped using the pad of paper that much. And the pad of paper would just get all sweaty and torn up and disgusting from being in my pocket, so I eventually got rid of the notepad. Because usually I am within reach of a scrap of paper to write something on. If not, I'll just write on my hand. It's not a big deal. But having a pen, also important. A Leatherman multi-tool. I have also done a separate video on this. If you're interested, check it out. It is one of the most indispensable tools I carry, or I think the most. It's a Leatherman Blast. You know, needle nose pliers, wire cutters. It's got a knife and file and saw and scissors. The scissors are a lot more handy than you'd expect. The saw, I have many praises about the saw. It's an awesome saw. It's very sharp. It's ground well. The back is thinner than the edge, so the saw doesn't bind in the kerf of the cut. 2 different screwdrivers, flathead screwdrivers, Phillips, measuring tape on it. It's a good tool. I use this every day, if not multiple times a day, at home, at work, in the garage, around, out and about. Even if I'm in the garage and there's a whole drawer of screwdrivers available to me, I'll reach for this one first because I don't feel like getting up. I've had this for many years and it's indispensable. This also kind of goes without saying, that keys, everybody needs keys. But the reason I put this out here was mainly because of how I carry them. Carabiner. I do think I might stop at a climbing store at some point and buy a locking carabiner designed for climbing. Because there have been times, I don't know how, this will be on my belt loop. I'll sit down and I'll get up and I hear a clink and this whole thing is on the ground. Or sometimes just one of these key rings will be on the ground. I don't know how it does that, but it does. Very rarely does it happen. A lot of people warn me, oh, Connor, you're going to rip your belt loop and you're not going to notice and you're going to lose your keys. I've never ever ripped the belt loop on my El Cheapo $11.95 Walmart special jeans. I have gotten these keys stuck in metal chairs before, stood up, and ripped apart these double key rings, these twice wrapped key rings. I've stretched them right out into an oval. And let me tell you what, you notice it. That's not something that goes unnoticed. So the belt loops are fine, but the carabiner itself is the weak link in the chain, but I definitely think it's a very good method of carrying your keys if you don't mind hearing a little when you're walking around. I don't mind it. I've gotten used to it. And that's so everybody knows how I'm coming. They hear me jingling like a cow with a cowbell. Because I'm a big fan of keeping everything that you need attached to yourself. So many times people ask me, Connor, where did I put my phone? Where did I put my cigarettes? Where did I put my this, that, or the other thing? I say, well, I'm not keeping track of it. And you shouldn't need to keep track of it either if you keep it attached to yourself. So, carabiner for keys, I like it. And if you keep them in your pocket, they're bulky and uncomfortable. Next thing, it's a flashlight. This case is a little beat. I made this case myself out of some leather I had. But believe it or not, for however much I sing praises about American, I think this is American made, high quality Leatherman, American made Benchmade, high quality tools. This is a $1.99 El Cheapo LED flashlight. I think it has 9 LEDs in it. It has 3 AAA batteries, which are, see, sometimes you got to hit it to make it work. And the batteries go dead pretty fast. But you know what? I got a Innova flashlight as a gift a number of years ago, and I loved it. It was nice, but the grip was horrible. I wrapped it with electrical tape so I could grab it better. Then I lost it, and that flashlight's like 40, 50, 60 bucks, so I said, oh, let me buy something else. Surefires are too expensive and a little too big. I don't need all those knobby crenellations for beating somebody up. I'm not going to beat somebody up with my flashlight. I'd rather turn and run instead. Then I bought I forget what it was called, but it was a Sure light or a bright light or a fire light, something like that. It was about 11 bucks. Super bright for about a week, and then I could never ever get it that bright again, even with brand new batteries. So that one got thrown away. But this one, it's dumb and simple and cheap. This is a Harbor Freight one. You can get them for free if you have a coupon. And you know what? It works well enough for me. A lighter. Plain old Bic lighter. I used to carry a Zippo, but those are no good. If you use them every day, like if you're a smoker and you're using your lighter every day, when you can keep it in your head to use or to refill the lighter, the Zippo, that's fine. And it's good because the Zippo is windproof, which is also a benefit. This is not windproof. But I think the Bic lighter is one of the best inventions known to man. They're compact, they're durable, they're reliable. I've picked up lighters off the pavement that have been run over by cars, and they still work. And this is a lighter case. I got this at the Four Corners when I was on my road trip. Out in that area, there's a lot of Native Americans that make silver and turquoise jewelry and stuff. And when I saw this for 10 bucks, I said, I have to have that. I didn't get too many souvenirs on my road trip, but this is one of my favorite. Lighter is always good to have around. And the last thing is a handkerchief. Not many people at all, especially people my age carry a handkerchief, but I found it to come in handy for obvious handkerchief reasons. Also, if you cut yourself or something, you can wrap your wound up pretty good with a handkerchief. And that about covers it. You know, it's pretty basic. A lot of people that do EDC videos, they all have a pistol along with it, and I'm not at all opposed to that. But I don't carry one. I may at some point in the future. I don't feel any need or desire to. They're big, they're heavy, they're bulky, even the small ones. I live in pretty safe areas. I've never felt threatened. And I know it's the 1 in a million chance. But for the time being, and you know what? Just having a gun does not make you safer. I don't mean to digress here, but I do not think that I am well trained enough to protect myself or other people with a firearm. I think, just like I said with the flashlight thing, I think I'm better talking myself out of a situation or turning and running as fast as I can, because it takes a lot of training and a lot of focus and steel nerves to keep yourself calm in a situation like that, calm enough to use a firearm. So anyway, I don't mean to digress there, but this is my EDC. I've carried other things over the years. Like I said, I've carried a notepad, but that I stopped using that. I used to carry 2 knives, one nice knife and one junk knife, but that got to be annoying, and then I started carrying a Leatherman, which has a knife on it, so that was a lot better of an idea than carrying 2 knives. And I used to carry a Zippo, but I favor the Bic. And that's about it. So pretty simple, pretty basic, but this covers 99.9% of my needs, my day-to-day needs for fixing things in the dark, which always happens. I use my flashlight, lighting stuff on fire. All the smokers I know never seem to have lighters, so they're always asking for a light. And keys, got it in your house and on your truck with the keys. So, leave. Sorry, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment, leave a suggestion, or thought, or whatever. Leave if you feel so inclined. Sure, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and come back for more.